EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go here in Anchorage. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing is McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And that one opened up for him well, as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
To the air with McCarthy. He gets it to Addison. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Jefferson going to go in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third and goal, McCarthy. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First carry for DeAndre Swift. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To the air, Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
That is caught. Touchdown. Rome Odunze. 43 yards. And the Bears respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return, here's Tyler Scott. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's Williams. And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. Room here to run. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. 7-7. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. Handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Flushed out right. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. 8 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And he will have the Bears first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. To throw once more, here's Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Oh, look at the juke. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Bears at 11-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Looking to throw. Williams. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
From the gun, here's Swift. Oh, able to avoid him. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown Bears. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Looking to throw McCarthy. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now McCarthy. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That's complete to Baker. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Here's McCarthy. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. And he'll get this complete downfield to Komet. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll go. Here's Williams. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Back to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing is McCarthy.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph, and the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
From the gun, here's Williams.
Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DJ Moore with career touchdown number 60.
And the Bears take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been...
And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Williams.
Oh, a doozy wide open. It's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
On play action, now McCarthy.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West.
He's got a man, complete. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
42 yards.
And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
To throw, Williams. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On play action, here's Williams. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. To the air, Williams. He's got the connection to Moore. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Williams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. Back to throw. Williams. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up second down. Working out of the gun, Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. To the air with McCarthy. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Going for it. Here's McCarthy.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. To throw, it's Williams.
Going left side here, and it's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield. At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out in the end. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Anchorage, they improve their mark to 12-4 with 1 game to go.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.